How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive this 1991 RWB Porsche from a first-person point of view. What started life as a 1991 Carrera 4 based on the 964 chassis was completely overhauled by legendary Akira Nakai, also in conjunction with RDBLA for an absolutely insane interior. The front end of this RWB is absolutely stunning. We've got an RSR style front bumper. We've got updated RWB headlights. You can see the body has been widened substantially from factory with these amazing hand-placed rivets. We've also got rotiform wheels, and it is sitting on Bilstein suspension for better handling. Under the massive wing of this RWB is a 3.6-liter flat six. Of course, it is air-cooled, and it's mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. Now, in its stock form, this car would produce 247 horsepower. Now, we don't have a power figure, but because it has a full fab-speed header and exhaust system, you can imagine it makes a bit more power. When RWBs first were coming out, Porsche purists absolutely freaked. Cutting up an air-cooled Porsche was something nobody thought anyone would do. But Akira Nakai decided, I want to make these things look cooler and perform better on the track. Now, he actually started off modifying AE86s, and he ran this drift group back in Japan called Rough World. Well, fast forward a couple years, he had always loved Porsches, so he got himself a Porsche and decided Rough World was a bit aggressive for the German community. So he effectively translated Rough World into Rauwelt Begriff, which means rough world understanding. Although apparently German native speakers say that rough world Begriff doesn't actually make any sense, but it sure sounds really, really cool. So what is this thing like to drive? Well, we're about to find out. It's insane if you see Akira Nakai actually work on these. He does everything by hand. He doesn't use crazy machinery or anything like that. He uses an air saw, hand draws the lines, and then cuts everything by hand. Apparently he's really, really fast at it as well. And he hand does every single car. Now, getting a load of the interior, this thing is absolutely stunning to look at. We've got the awesome Grigio interior with the houndstooth inserts absolutely everywhere. We've got these straps to open the doors. It is honestly so stunning. Aluminum pedals that feel amazing to press. We've even got a removable steering wheel, which is pretty cool. Pull on that. True race car vibes right there. All right. We've also got some really small rear seats, but you're probably not going to fit in there. On the inside, we've got RS-style dashboard, RS-style door cards, Shieldman seats that hold you in place really well and just look absolutely amazing. Aluminum everywhere down here in the footwells, and of course this 5-speed manual transmission. I like the fact that this hasn't been modified too much, so it still drives really, really smooth. Of course, conventional e-brake, and I love the dash. Porsche does such a good job with their dashes, and the older models, fully analog, are absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, behind the wheel of the RWB now. Let's see what this thing is like to drive. Oh, it sounds good. Wow, that fab-speed exhaust is amazing. Really tight steering. Wow, initial impressions. This thing is easy to drive. Oh my God. The steering is definitely tighter than from factory, probably due to those significantly widened front tires. We've got Toyo R888s in the front and the rear. Oh, that air-cooled flat six sound is so beautiful. So much grip too. That is how a Porsche should sound. Holy moly. The visibility is incredible over the hood of this car. It just drops away from you like you're in a go-kart. And seeing where the headlights form up in the front, it's like these arrows or sights of a gun that you can just position the car on the road so easily. Now you have to be slightly wary because In a traditional 964, that's exactly where the outside edges of the car are, but if you look in the side view mirrors, I don't know if you can see on the camera, you can see those massive fender flares are obviously sticking out in the rear, significantly wider than the front of the car. Great brakes as well. The last RWB I drove was a little bit more race card out. The gearbox wasn't as smooth, it rode a bit harsher. This feels like a car you could drive all the time. Take this in the Malibu Canyons and then down PCH, take it to Nobu for some sushi, something like that. But man, this is a pleasure. The manual transmission is super easy to get used to. It just feels so cool driving this car. It really is a special experience behind the wheel of an RWB. The steering wheel is incredible. It's nice and small, feels so good in your hands, and you honestly feel like you have so much control. Wow, I actually didn't expect that you could push this car like this. I love this thing. Wow, it's not just all looks. It drives so well. For those of you who think RWB has ruined the air-cooled 911, think again. Not only does it look so cool in person, this drives incredibly well. And you can't deny that interior is just spectacular. The houndstooth looks so cool. Now, I wanted to mention this car is for sale actually on DuPont right now, so I've got a link in the description below. Special thanks to my friend Ted, got his Instagram as well, for letting me drive this car. This thing is awesome. Now, if you're concerned about the warning light right here, it has to do with the fact that it had an active rear wing. Now it doesn't, obviously, with that really cool larger rear wing, so that's not a problem whatsoever. But man, this is an experience, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna end this video with just some pure RWB noises, none of me talking. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Somebody filming TikTok videos. See you next video.